You see, this place, it's not just a campus, it's a storybook, a spiritual land, a shrine of legends, but also maybe a secret base. Welcome to Musanze, Rwanda, where gorillas are more protected than politicians, and I mean that with all due respect. In this country, naming a gorilla is a national celebration. No jokes, it's called Kwita Izina, a ceremony bigger than some presidential inaugurations, with the celebs like Idris Elba pulling up, Kevin Hart cracking jokes, and the whole world clapping for one baby gorilla. One gorilla, one name, one nation united. You know, I wasn't always this curious. It started with my dad buying me a tattered magazine about
Mobutu Sese Seko Kukumbendu Wazabanga.
Yeah, that guy from Zaire used it to run Congo like a king from Wakanda minus the vibranium. I read about how he descended a walking stick to attend meetings, and people believed it had powers. Was it African tech or dark magic? That was the first time I questioned history. Fast forward to today, I'm standing inside Ellen DeGeneres Dynafosi campus, built with over $15 million, took about 3 years, employed over 3,000 Rwandans, 30% of them being women. That's powerful. Respect. But here is where it gets juicy. Why would a talk show host from Hollywood build a mega campus in Rwanda? For gorillas? I mean, really, think about it. Gorillas? Ellen's wife gifted her the idea on her birthday.
So for your birthday, Ellen, I am bringing you and your hero Diane together by building the Ellen DeGeneres campus of the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund. Ellen, you will carry on Diane's legacy by giving them a permanent home in Rwanda. Now, you will join Diane as a protector and champion of these amazing animals, the mountain gorillas. Happy birthday.
I can't lie, that's better gift than socks. They fundraised around the world and boom, this campus happened. But was it all just about saving animals? Because rumors say Diana Fossey wasn't alone. She was part of the team, a group deployed across Africa with missions. Some say her love for gorillas was real.
What prompted you to go and choose this particular area of animals?
It was something I just felt compelled to do. I had to do it. I can't explain it very dramatically. It was something I knew there were animals to be learned about, and there weren't very many gorillas left in the world. There certainly are very few now.
Others whisper she was planted to do more than just to save wildlife. She was murdered in those same volcanoes, buried among the gorillas she loved. Till now, no one knows exactly who killed her. Was it poachers? Was it politics? Or something deeper? By the way, if you think gorilla trekking is expensive, spoiler alert, it is $2,500 per head. The VR experience here is madness. I screamed twice, my head left me for 30 seconds, I almost greeted a virtual gorilla in Kikuyu, and then I learned how to speak gorilla. A real story, gave them my best chest beating, call and won. I'm not saying I'm a gorilla whisperer, but if one replies to me, we're forming a band and wait for our song. Diana Fossey's work didn't end with her. It multiplied Ellen DeGeneres despite being cancelled, used her global influence to give something eternal to Rwanda. And the best part? Entry is free for all Rwandans. Free history, free inspiration, free exposure to the legacy of Ingagi, the real ancestors of these hills. This isn't just about gorillas. This is about a legacy, about Africans learning their story from their soil. It's about asking questions they never taught us to ask, because maybe, just maybe, there is more behind the conservation centers than we've been taught. And until I get those answers, I'll keep searching, walking these hills, reading these walls, and speaking to ghosts of gorillas and humans who loved them. This is Ellen Campus, this is Musanze, this is Rwanda, this is East Africa, which is found in Africa. Bonjour, good morning, assalamu alaikum, amakuru meza from wherever you are. This is Asad, and I'm currently in Musanze, Musanze is a northern province of Rwanda. And first of all, this is my view. See how clean Rwanda is. This is not Kigali, this is the northern province of Rwanda. See? See how it looks like? Yeah, the place is very beautiful. And I'm staying in this beautiful building. Yeah. It's like a hostel. These are hostels. So on today's episode, or rather another chance to talk or to learn in the videos, we are heading to visit Ellen DeGenders's campus. This place has so much history. Guys, let me show you something very special in Rwanda. People care about each other. So this is a Rwanda Biomedical Center. So this is a bus that goes around emphasizing people with the medics, emphasizing people to donate blood. So giving blood is caring for each other. Where am I supposed to pass? So guys, if you're not paying cash, you can always opt to come here. This is a limitless, it's a safari bus where you can recharge your card. You know this tap and go thing they have in Kigali, but it's different from the Kigali ones. So if you have maybe a card that you bought or you acquired in Kigali, it doesn't work this side. You have to take, like it's a different company, you have to take another card and then recharge as well, so you use it to pay. So this is the place you come. It's inside the bus rank. It's not somewhere you can get lost. So first of all, I have arrived at the Ellen DeGenders's campus of Diana Fossey Golira Fund. I really don't know how I feel because this is a woman who I grew up watching. She's more of a role model. I know you're not supposed to have a role model as a woman if you're a man, but I grew up watching this woman, this is specific Ellen DeGender. And when I arrived here in Rwanda, I was like, I heard she did a very mega project or a huge project about the animals, even though I'm not an animal, how do we call them? Animal addict or whatever, however you want to call it. But I just love Ellen DeGender and I'm here to explore. But before I came here, I watched a lot of videos about this place and everyone had a different information about it. Some were saying it's free, but you are forced to pay the donation of $20. So I don't know if that's true, but I'm gonna try and go inside. We learn a few things about the gorillas. This is like, if you don't have enough money to go to trek for the gorillas, normally they charge you $250. You can always come here, even if they're gonna charge $20. You see, you have saved $230. So you can always opt to come here and watch gorillas through VR. So we are going inside. I really don't know what to expect. If it goes wrong, I don't have that $20. So it's like a sneak in, to speak like a gorilla.
Welcome to Gorilla Chat. We're happy that you want to learn to speak like a gorilla. Gorillas communicate with one another both verbally and non-verbally, just like humans. In her extraordinary research, Diane Fossey identified 16 different gorilla vocalizations. You can try to replicate 5 sounds gorillas make right here. Are you ready to make some noise?
Yes.
Follow the instructions on the next screen to get started. Press the speaker button to hear a gorilla sound. Press the microphone button to record your sound. While recording, mimic the sound you heard. If you get it right, videos showing how gorillas use the sound to communicate will play. Gorillas use this vocalization as a warning to let others know they are unhappy with their behavior. It is similar to how we may wag our finger and say to show someone our displeasure. Chest beating is part of a male gorilla's display aimed at showing off his size and strength to rivals. Human males do this behavior in conjunction with sports as a show of power or celebration. When gorillas play with each other, they often laugh, just like we do.
Yes, I did it.
When gorillas are enjoying a favorite food, they make a humming-like sound, suggesting they're satisfied with their meal. We do the same, often closing our eyes and humming our enjoyment of a delicious bite of food.
Shit. I failed. Yes.
Gorilla infants are very much like their human counterparts when they think mom isn't paying them enough attention. Sometimes their cries are loud and embarrassing. Human parents can relate. Great job! You are on the path to learning to speak gorilla by mastering some of the most...
While many visitors come to the Ellen DeGeneres campus to marvel at the mountain gorillas and enjoy the immersive VR experiences, few realize that this campus is also a beacon of education and research. Each year, over 400 students from Rwanda and Democratic Republic of Congo participate in the programs here, delving into field research, scientific methodologies, and conservation strategies. These students don't just study gorillas, they explore entire ecosystems, examining amphibians and indicators of environmental change and birds that play crucial roles in seed dispersal. puzzle. This holistic approach ensures that conservation efforts are comprehensive and effective. The campus itself is a marvel of sustainable design. It features green roofs, rainwater harvesting systems, and a constructed wetland for wastewater treatment, the first of its kind in Rwanda. These features not only minimize environmental impact but also serve as educational tools for students and visitors alike. For those traveling from Musanze town, the journey of the campus is a part of the experience. Public transport will take you to a stopover point in Kinigi, from which a motorbike ride through a scenic landscapes leading you to the campus. It's a route that offers a glimpse into the natural beauty that the campus strives to protect. Now let me tell you something else probably you didn't know. Donations at the Ellen campus, they are not exactly mandatory, but let's be real, they are strongly encouraged, and I don't blame them. This place is built on a goodwill and a global support, not just tourist money. So when they ask you to chip in, it's not just about paying for an entry, it's about contributing to a legacy. It's about keeping Diana Fossey's mission alive, funding local jobs, and protecting one of the most endangered species on Earth. So yeah, drop that $20 and drop it with pride. You're not just a visitor, you're a part of the cause. Now here's the catch. Filming is strictly not allowed. They tell you up front, if you want to film, apply online through the official website. But don't think it's gonna be quick. It's a whole process. That might explain why there aren't many YouTube videos about the Ellen DeGeneres campus. Most creators either get denied or just don't bother waiting. Only the lucky ones get to sneak a few shots with their phones. Me? Let's just say my memory is sharper than any camera. And yo, that VR gorilla experience is insane, for real, for real. You sit there, put on the goggles, and suddenly, bam, you're in the middle of the jungle right next to a silverback gorilla. At one point, a baby gorilla literally reaches out and touches your face. I flinched, bruv. But there is a funny bit. Everyone sees the exact same footage. It's recorded, not real time. While it feels like a personal jungle safari, it's technically a shared hallucination, still worth every second.
As they always want to play with the grown-ups. Silverbacks can weigh over 400 pounds, and females are roughly half that. Moms devote themselves to their young and can often be seen carrying their babies on their backs. What's really interesting here is that the family's number 2 silverback, known as Ziricana, is trying to exert some dominance. It will be really interesting to see how Charles responds to this. The alpha silverback must constantly display his dominance to maintain control of the family, by chest beating or showing off his size, and occasionally being aggressive to the other group members. Consequently, the lesser silverback must show deference to the head of the family or risk confrontation. That was fascinating. You don't just walk in front of the dominant silverback like that. It seems subtle, but that is an intentional, nonverbal provocation. This is amazing to witness. Ziricana is literally confronting Charles in front of a female. Incredible. Thrashing the vines and stomping around? That's a really bold display aimed at Charles. And he's showing remarkable restraint. Luckily for Charles, the female is choosing him over Ziricana, at least for now. But I doubt that this is the end of the competition. Here we go again. Ziricana is trying to move the family to another feeding spot. Another challenging move against Charles, because this is not Ziricana's job. Charles has to react to this threat if he wants to maintain control over the family. Unfortunately, the conflict turns physical. But in the end, Charles had no choice. He had to respond or relinquish control over his family. So now Ziricana has a huge gas on his head, presumably from Charles. And he's going to have to make a decision about whether he tries to stay in the family or strikes out on it. Several days later, Ziricana makes his decision. He approaches one of the females, and together they leave the family for good. The dream is that one day, in the not-too-distant future, Ziricana will build his own family as the dominant silverback. Should Ziricana and Charles meet in the future, it will be fascinating to witness that reunion. Just like humans, gorillas are capable of complex emotions, perhaps even forgiveness and acceptance. But for now, one family becomes two, and each new family moves mountain gorillas one step further away from extinction.